it's Mark and Cindy on the radio, 10 to 11 a.m. Well, it's Mark and Cindy, they've got a morning show. Every day I listen in.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mark and Cindy show. Cindy, I'm sorry, I just stumbled on. Cindy just walked in. She was talking with her agent on a conference call. And anyway, she just barely made it in here, Cindy. And I do hope.
I didn't get the job. I didn't get the job.
They already told you that?
No.
You know, my agent never calls to tell me no. Just, I just have to, did I get it?
You know that,
did I call you? No. Okay.
You know that joke about the guy sitting and eating, and he's an actor, and the waiter comes over and goes, hey, listen, your wife just called. No, it wasn't right. I did it wrong. I just messed up the whole joke.
That's
He's
okay. Somebody died.
Your agent
that was really
called.
funny.
Yeah.
It is a funny joke.
It is in the industry. It is a joke. Yeah.
Cindy, that happens to me
No, but
so
people are saying,
much.
what was the joke? The guy says, your agent called and said your house is on fire, your wife has died, and he goes, wait, my agent called? So that was the joke. And I love that. I love that joke.
Yeah.
That's so true.
And you are still on the Mark and Cindy show, ladies and gentlemen.
You are.
And this is it's briskly cold Wednesday, sometimes called Wednesday, here with downtown Conroe.
Sun's coming out.
The sun will come out this afternoon.
Well, I thought the Beatles song we could have done, but I forgot to send in the email to say.
I was thinking Little Darling. I saw that
right.
last night. I taped it.
Oh, you did?
I thought it was a documentary, and there was just little parts of it, but a lot of the people singing I didn't like. But that guy on the piano with the girl whose voice I didn't like.
Right. He was great.
Legend. John Legend, something like that.
I don't know what his name is.
I don't know either, but
he
what
was
a
good.
powerful, beautiful voice. Mm.
That is Little Darling. Here comes the sun.
It is.
Yeah. But John Mayer, did you love John Mayer and that other guy that did Don't Bring Me Down?
Yes.
That was good.
Yes.
They did a good job.
Did you see in there, and folks, I know this is
They're
fascinating
talking about the CBS special about
the
the
CBS
Beatles.
special. They had that singer, that guitar player, Frampton. Peter Frampton was there, haircut and all, and they never said, there's Peter Frampton. And I said, hey,
there's
Peter Frampton.
Did you see George? George's son was up there and playing the guitar. And then,
George Harrison. Yes,
yeah, George Harrison's son. And then John Lennon's son got up and did something because Julian was also a musician. So they... But, I didn't see Paul and Ringo. What was that like? Did they do a good job?
Oh, they did a good job, yes. Oh, the very last song was McCartney got on the piano and sang Jude, which was, I believe, written by John Lennon about his son Julian. If I'm not mistaken, hey, Jude, don't bring me down.
I didn't know that.
That's what I had heard.
That makes sense.
But I never saw Julian, and who was sitting next to Yoko? And was Yoko in her mind?
Yeah, she was weird.
She had the thickest glasses.
She's so strange.
Too.
She killed the Beatles. I mean, she really did. It was all her fault. It really was all her fault.
Dadgum Yoko.
But we are going.
We love you, Yoko.
It is still the week of the Beatles. But I have something that when I was in 1966, Don Harper and Corky Ament went to New Orleans to see the Beatles, and Don's dad was some official in. Or knew the officials in New Orleans, and they brought back a book, a Beatles book, that every page was signed by all the Beatles, and gave it to me because they knew I was such a number one fan type of person.
Wow.
And I was so excited about this after, and just hugged them, and I was so, thank you so much. And then later on, I heard the rumor that they had done it. They had signed it.
Oh my word, that is so low.
I never could establish was that the truth or not. I never could get that from anybody to tell me, because I think that would have crushed me if they found out that wasn't really their signatures. And I had somebody offer $500 for it at that time, and $500 and there's no way. And I still have that in my attic. I have that book. I'm going to find out
Antiques
this week.
Roadshow.
Because Don Harper he's on my Facebook, and I'm going to find out, did he lie to me, or was that true? And do I have something very valuable in my attic?
Cindy, this is something pretty close to the Beatles memorabilia. I went to the this flea market thing, and this guy had some very old parchment stuff written, and there was a little thing framed. It looked like an invitation or something, and it was written in French. And come to find out, it was the last emperor of France, Philip something. He was writing his saying, "I'm leaving office." It's an official deal. And it looks really old, and the ink looks good. Anyway, to this day, I don't know if it's real or not. I mean, I don't know how
you bought
authentic.
it?
Yeah, for
How much you pay?
$5. See, now and he had some other
Were you
stuff.
trying to make that story
I know.
comparable to the Beatles?
It can't be.
Full
It
book
can't
of...
be with a forged Beatle thing. No way.
No,
But-
we'll find out. I know when you do those things, and it just looks cool though on your on your table there. So, where do you have it hanging somewhere?
Yeah, it's in my bookcase. But Cindy, and this is very sad. My bookcase is so cluttered with stuff that I'm going to have to throw away. It means a great deal. The July 4th, 1992 softball tournament we won with all my brother's signatures on it. I got to get rid of that. What good is it? But there's so much clutter everywhere.
When you get older, no, you are okay. It might mean something to you.
Thank
so I
you,
don't know.
Cindy, how sweet was that?
No, I'm older than you are, so it's
Well, yeah,
I can say that.
Much. Speaking of old things, did you know? And we'll get back to this Beatle thing because you can't do
It's
enough with
just
the
so
Beatles.
exciting.
I saw, I look in the TV section of the newspaper every morning just to see what's going to be on that night if I need to tape it. And I taped the Butch Cassidy thing last night, and something else is coming on.
Oh, but
anyway, Great Cathedral Mystery on PBS. That's all it says. Great Cathedral. Cindy, you throw the word mystery in your book or whatever you got documentary, and it's the mystery. And then you watch it. No, who painted the wall? We don't know. oh, that's the mystery.
Was that a PBS thing you said?
Yeah, PBS.
Well, there you go.
Sounds pretty
I
exciting.
think you should have cleared that through that filter real quick.
Yeah.
And know it was
Hey,
PBS.
let me give a shout out to my nephew, if I may, Clint Hader. He's coming back from Odessa. He's a oil field worker. They got titles for him. I don't know which one he is. He's
he
not
driving?
a mutter.
Is he
yes,
driving?
He's driving. It's cold as all get out.
Why doesn't he call us?
Well, I asked him to
Clint.
You encourage calling people while driving?
Yeah, he'll
He can
die.
pull
Oh, he
over.
calls. He does all kinds of stuff on his phone while he's driving.
They
He's
don't-
learned to drive with his left foot. I don't know how he does
What?
it. Or in the steering wheel.
Oh, you put your knee up?
Yeah, I made that
You know,
up.
if you pull the steering wheel all the way down far enough, and then your knee, you can and eat cereal.
Oh, that makes it
It's-
perfectly safe
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
that way-
everyone around you.
Yeah,
I saw this guy
tell
this
anybody.
morning right next to me. He pulled up, and he's got the thing that affixes on his windshield, and it's not in his line of vision, but it's just slightly to the right with his phone hanging on, where he can just reach up as he's driving and call or do whatever. And I thought,
and
wow,
never miss a beat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's
But,
going to
you
kill
know, we
people,
have
but
been-
it's cool.
But listen, we've been driving cars since when? Since the 20s, we've been driving cars, and only since when did the seatbelts come into being?
That's a good
In
thing.
the late 50s or 60s?
I don't know. We didn't have him in our 65 Tempest, I don't think. Maybe
Yeah.
we did.
So during all that time that we didn't know any better, and mothers especially, and I had 3 children, so I really could steer the steering wheel with my and give the kids their hamburgers in the back seat or beat one of them because they're being
yeah,
bad.
beat.
And put makeup on. All this, it was just multitasking in the car. And so I don't know, maybe it's because they're such big clunky cars that it wouldn't have hurt anybody if
Actually, 2
I
words.
hit another car. Yes?
Guardian angel. That's all I'm going to say.
He
about
was
that
saving
one.
me for
He-
something. But we
every
didn't know.
time-
I mean, we did
know.
not have somebody saying you need to have your seatbelt on and the kids need to be in a certain chair. And if they weren't in a chair, they would all die. So
Cindy, we would stand up,
Yeah.
on the running board.
You weren't that old.
Behind mom and and I'm
Yeah.
doing this like you can see me, but you can't on
on YouTube they can.
YouTube. And just looking out the window, and Dennis would be laying down, on the back seat thing.
Right.
Sheesh.
And so all those children that that weren't harmed by doing that. I
children.
wasn't harmed by doing that.
You know,
So
yeah.
I don't know. And I inhaled secondhand smoke from the time I was born until I met and married Sam, and he smoked continually. I never smoked, but he smoked continually, and until Chad was born. So I had all that secondhand smoke as well. Closed. No ventilation.
Terrible. It is weird how over time,
get
how
through it?
intolerant I've become of cigarette smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And by intolerant, I mean I can when I discern I'm in some place, there's smoke, I flee, run away, because it permeates my clothes. And
Right.
And in my closet, you were around somewhere. Kay will say, okay, where have you been? Who have you been with? I smell cigarette smoke on you. No, she didn't.
It's terrible. You do get sensitive. But I just wondered what happened to all of us who did not smoke, that grew up through that time, and everybody smoked in the restaurants and everything.
Shaved off 5 years.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
So I was going to live to 70.
At least.
Now I'm only, okay. I hate that. But in the restaurants, Richard, you don't even remember this, I know.
No, Richard.
In the restaurants, as soon as people
You didn't
finished
remember
eating,
school buses.
No, I remember school buses.
Oh, okay.
But did you remember? You didn't remember this. Eating in a restaurant, and as soon as you finished eating, people would light up and they'd sit there and smoke. Everybody else was still eating it. Everybody smoked, and I would try and hurry up and finish my food before Sam did, so I wouldn't have to, because the smoke just ruined the
awful.
meal. It was horrible, and that's what we did. We didn't know any better.
Well, usually because my mother had 6 kids when I was born, or had 5 kids prior. So when we go out to eat, we wouldn't really go to restaurants that would have a lot of smoking, because
she knew.
she had to hustle around 6 kids. And
His mother was a hustler.
Well, sure.
But
I
on
wanna meet your
TV
mom.
now, you don't see many shows with people smoking, except it's coming back. Mad Men. That's the way it was. You don't watch Mad Men. That's the way it was back then. You're in the office or something, you light up. Everybody's lighting up. Oh, you got a cigarette or whatever. And now, if you do smoke and somebody says you got a cigarette, do you have $1? They cost a lot of money.
They are. They're trying to raise that price, but it's so funny how they try to pull everybody out on the porch, and you smoke on the porch. But as you walked through that smoke, you had the same smell. You had all the you feel like I had all the advantages of smoking, but I didn't when I walked into the room. But I think that speaking of highway construction.
Yeah.
I told you about them topping the Calvary Road here in Willis.
Yes, you did.
Not here but in Willis, Texas, where I live, and they're topping it. So they're putting this, the pad down, and they have to put the oil down, and they put the stuff. Yeah. Well, we see the same guys like every day, and they have to stop a group of people while the other goes on because they only have one lane.
Oh, yeah.
And on that,
I hate that.
Okay, I kept seeing this kid as I would pass by that was holding the sign, and he had this dark hoodie on, and he's pale, thin, and it looks like death looking out of it, and he's holding up this slow and stop sign, and he looks like the guy that's going to come, the reaper. And he was just pitiful looking, and this is the way that he would tell the cars to come, and only on YouTube are you going to be able to see this, but he would go real slow, and he had his head down like that looking at you.
He's death. It's a very slow wave, ladies and gentlemen, like a signer would do.
Come on. And it was just so creepy. But I never got to really see him much because we'd pass right by him. But I noticed him, and I thought, this guy is so creepy. I hope I never have to stop when he's there. And of course, within days, I was the front person that had to stop. He had to stop. So when he stopped, he looked right at me, and he goes like this, and he holds this, and he just stands there, doesn't move, doesn't blink, and just I was trying to look at everything else in the car, but this guy who felt like somebody put him there, and it was weird.
Trying to make fun out of
I think that's right.
horrible.
I think that he was like, this is the most boring job in the world, and so this is the only power I'll ever have in my life is to be able to stop this many cars, tell them when to go, and when to move over to the other lane. And when he'd say move over to the other lane, it was really exaggerated, and he'd tell everybody. Like that, and the look he gave everybody. So I just, those guys are great. They have to stand out there in the cold, the wind, the rain.
When I was coming this morning, and it's been so many mornings, there on 105, there is a guy holding a clinic sign. Come to our clinic.
I saw him.
I never thought I would live to see the day when people are advertising, come to our clinic or our hospital and all. And it's cold as all get out, and that poor guy's out there.
And he looked way too happy.
Yeah.
So if you're coming down 105.
He did look good, better than the death thing. Speaking of death, Mr. Death has nothing to do with the fact that we're getting ready to take a break, because we will be back. And Clint, drive carefully if you're listening to us right now, and even if you're not, drive carefully.
Yes, Clint.
Back in a minute on the Mark and Cindy Show.
The Conroe Art League is a nonprofit entity promoting the visual arts in Montgomery County. They've evolved over the last 49 years into one of the premier artist groups in the greater Houston area. The Conroe Art League is now permanently housed in the 100-year-old recently remodeled Madeley building in historic downtown Conroe. Exhibits of local artists, sculptors, and painters are changed periodically in the downstairs gallery with admission free to the public. Art classes and demonstrations in a variety of media are provided in the upstairs studios. The mission of the Conroe Art League is to encourage artistic development and cultivate an appreciation of the visual arts through education, exhibitions, and community outreach. For more information, call area code 936-756-9572 or visit their website at www.conroeartleague.com.
Hi, I'm Joyce with the Corner Pub in downtown Conroe. We're located at the corner of Simonton and North Main, just across the street from the courthouse. The week starts off Monday with open mic hosted by Alan, and Tuesday nights open mic hosted by Jeremy Bankhead. And on Thursday evening, McFarland Jams. There's nightly drink specials available every night, all night. And don't forget, live entertainment every weekend. To see a full list of events, visit our website at thecornerpubinconroe.com. So come join us at the Corner Pub, where the deli is open late.
Lone Star Internet Radio is now bringing you the Lone Star Weekly Business Hour each Monday morning at 9 a.m. My name is Rick Schisler, and I'll be your host. Each week we will be bringing you local, area, and national business news that you can use. The program will also feature an interview with a local or national business person who will share their experiences, success and failures in operating their own businesses. The Weekly Business Hour show is on each Monday morning at 11 a.m. Our special business owner guest this week will be Rodney Poole, businessman and downtown Conroe investor. So plan to join us Monday at 11 a.m. at Lone Star Internet Radio for the best in business news, business tips and education, and an interview with a variety of area and national business persons.
Tommy Emmanuel.
One talented
Amazing, amazing. And that was one of his most popular things when we went to the concert in Baton Rouge, was when he did the Beatles medley. He's amazing.
Is he? I think I saw him once. Tracy, my brother-in-law, sent me one of the many YouTube things of him. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be, he's the one that did dueling banjos with the one guitar or something, and he did them both at the same time.
Just,
and he's doing it all
at one time. Amazing. Wow. Amazing. I just want to know where those guys are going that are crossing in front of our windows. The women look like they're going skiing, and the men look like they're going to hold court or be
I think
a lawyer
they're
at
lawyers,
court. Yeah.
except the guy's got the blue blazer. I don't know if he wears that.
Doing
By
together.
the way, Cindy, I wanted to mention this. I don't
Sorry.
know how much you paid attention to these things in 1940. No, we weren't there. We
weren't yet.
I wasn't
I
even a
wasn't
thought in. My brother wasn't. My big brother wasn't even born. But this is. You might have caught this. I caught this in the newspaper this morning, and it just stuck in my cranial region. That this is on this day in 1940, Superman premiered on the radio. I don't know who the voice of Superman was. Dick will find it for us in just a second, I feel sure. In 1940, but radio shows. Did you?
Radio shows.
Do you remember?
Unlike
those at all?
ours, but they didn't, and they couldn't take phone calls, but we can.
Oh, we've got one?
Oh, wait, they hung up.
Oh, they hung
Maybe
up.
they realized what show they were
Right.
on.
Well, I tell you,
Wait,
if
this
it
is the
was
one?
if it was Flint Rock, he probably ran out of what you call your. He's from coming from Odessa, so he probably lost his
maybe
signal.
he was, yeah.
Call back.
Call back.
Yeah, call
Get
back,
you.
Clint Rock. Call back,
Please,
son.
please call back. We
By the
want to
way,
talk to you.
we'll get back to this radio thing. It's just very funny. When he was born, Alan, he's back.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Or,
Okay.
and it may not be him. Call her. Who you are.
Hey, Uncle Mark.
It is Clint Rock. Hey, Clint.
Clint Rock. What a great name.
It's Clint Ross, but we call him Clint Rock.
I like that. I like Clint Rock.
Are you driving safely? Are you still awake and all?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just stopped. I'm about 100 miles from the rig. I'm just left Sweetwater, between Sweetwater and Abilene, and I just stopped for my second iced coffee.
Oh.
So,
Well, Sweetwater holds such a dear spot in my heart because I've got to do a defensive driving course because I got a ticket there in Nolan County in Sweetwater.
Oh.
So you got to be careful
yeah,
with
I've
those
got
guys.
about 3 cops. So
Yeah.
far.
We also have the Snake Festival.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, Clint, I think it's time for some hot coffee, iced coffee. What's wrong with you, son?
I take iced coffee. I don't know. Whenever I'm working night shift, like right now, well, like I was, I'll make coffee about halfway through the night, and I'll throw a scoop of protein powder into it, like chocolate protein powder and some hazelnut coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pretty good.
Well, I just have to ask you, is Mark your favorite uncle?
Oh, there's lightning bolts out there. Forget that,
I
Clint.
can't answer that because I don't want to offend anybody else.
Yeah, I assure you, none of the other uncles
I
are
think
listening.
Sue is the only one
No.
that listens from the family, so I think it's
Hey,
okay.
Clint, you worked all night and now you're driving? Did you get to sleep
Yeah,
at
I've been
all?
upset. I've been awake since 4 o'clock yesterday.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
you
Get him off the
truck
road,
drivers.
ladies and gentlemen.
They
Get him-
push you so
Oh,
hard.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really say what I did last night was work, but
Oh.
I mean, it was pretty close to it. We had about 6 hours of downtime. We had some maintenance problems last night, but and then I spent about 2 hours cooking chicken and burgers for our crew. So
Wow.
You guys.
it was kind of an easy night.
Well, you had some
sounds
cold nights in the last couple of weeks. How bad was it?
Oh, the first week, one of the days in the first week, it got down to 12 degrees, which I think with the wind chill, it said it was -7.
Goodness.
And we had everything freeze up on the rig, including the bunkhouses, so we couldn't take a shower for a couple of days or go to the bathroom. Or
Ooh, yum.
Yeah.
Good
it wasn't very fun.
That beats my
It
record.
wasn't very fun. Yeah,
Now,
whenever it gets that cold, it's pretty much impossible to keep everything thawed out.
But are you driving alone or do you have a co-pilot?
Oh, I'm by myself.
You are? Okay. Don't you like it better that way?
Not really. It's kind of boring. My cousin Nayland used to work with me on my crew, and we would, drive back and forth together. And I would drive to work, and he would drive home, or vice versa, and we keep each other the whole time, pretty much.
Well, you know that the way I am able to drive 8 hours is to listen to the archives of Mark and Cindy. Do you ever listen to our archive show? Or are you watch? Have you listened to everyone since we've been on? There's such a pause there.
There is, yeah. I know if there's a pause.
Clint,
See,
are
I
you
think-
gone?
He's having reception
Yeah,
problems.
yeah.
I
Oh,
See
think.
what- Clint Rock
That was a
hater.
really
Oh, is
Okay.
he there? He's still there?
I'll catch up on some of our Sunday and Wednesday night church services up there at the Ark. I'll catch up on what I missed while I was at work.
Yeah.
There you
yeah.
go.
That's super thing. And he's dragging his old man to
That's probably the
Church
only response
occasionally.
Cindy will approve of.
Oh, yeah. The only.
That's
Jeez,
right.
Boy.
But it's so cool to know that you are a fan. Mark told me that you did listen, so I was like, "Yay,
And
good."
I have told Clint so many times if I had to depend on my body, my strength and all for a job, I couldn't do it. This guy is climbing all over this rig
man.
up
I
and
know.
he's lifting stuff. I don't know how he does it.
No, I know.
Yeah, but it's kind of a pain though, because I've got a slight fear of heights. It's not really. I can climb up the ladder okay, but there's certain times I'm pretty much okay. But there's been a few times when we had high winds that were in like the 50-mile-an-hour range, and it starts shaking you up there a little bit, and it makes you quite a bit nervous. But
Well, shoot, I would get dizzy
know.
just climbing up to sit in the cab of those trucks. That's high enough for me, so I can imagine if you have to get on the top of any of that
This is
stuff.
an oil rig.
It's an
yeah.
oil
I don't
derrick
have
and
to
oil
go through
derrick
too
thing.
much.
I thought he was
No,
driving
no.
a truck.
He's in his truck.
He's in
driving
his
home.
truck.
I'm
Oh,
Cindy. I did
I
not
am so
explain
sorry.
that very well.
I had all this admiration for you as a truck driver, but that's okay. I still admire you. If you have to climb up on the oil rigs, that's just as good.
He's the roughneck you see in the bar that beats the daylights out of you. No, he's not. Clint is not. He doesn't go to the bar and all. But,
good boy.
Yeah, we're
Clint.
not like what those guys are on the on that retarded TV show. That TV show was it Black Gold?
Yes, yeah.
That was 100% made up.
Oh, it's so
But,
cool. Go ahead.
Just on all those rigs that was on that show was they're all sitting on the side of the road now, not working because they pretty much worked themselves out of jobs.
That's
See, it's good to have insight from somebody who knows.
Yeah.
So,
Clint Rock, we thank you for calling, Guy. We're going to have to take a break in just a little bit, but oh man, be careful and
please be careful.
Okay.
Thanks so much, buddy.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Okay, talk to you later.
Come
All
by
righty,
and say
Clint.
hi when you
Bye-bye.
can.
By the
Bye-bye.
way, when he was
All right.
see you, kid.
Bye-bye.
When he was born, Dennis, my bigger brother, he's Big Al's son. Clint is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know whose son
that
he
means
was.
nothing to people, I realize. But Dennis said, "What's his name, Al?" And Al said, "Well, we named him Clint Ross after Al's middle name is Ross. Named him Clint Ross." And Dennis said, "Flint Rock." I said, no. Anyways, we called him Flint Rock forever, and finally we lost the Flint, and he's Clint.
But he's Clint.
Rock.
He's
Yeah.
Clint.
I'm
I like
sorry,
Clint
folks.
Rock.
I know that was very
I like that.
fascinating, but
no, that's so cool to get to hear your nephew because you've talked about him and he sounds very
the people that
manly.
bring oil to our breakfast tables.
That's right. What will we
I mean,
do?
to our cars.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
I love it. Yes, you were talking about toilet stopping up, or what was it?
I wasn't, but it is. It's funny you should
How
mention
did
that.
I know
How
that?
did you know? We've got this.
Wow,
like,
that's just
It was
scary.
probably the look on my face. No, what he said is he hadn't gone to the bathroom in 2 days, and I
Maybe
said that beats my record. He meant their bathrooms weren't functioning for 2 days,
Right.
I think. Ladies and gentlemen, we are
Right.
going to have to take a break. Dick gave me the sign a few
high sign.
seconds ago.
Was it a nice sign? You never know.
I'm
You don't
sorry.
know. You're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show, and we will be
I'm sorry.
right back.
Right back.
Don't go away.
Hey, Valentine hints and all when we come back. Something about that.
Hello, this is Dennis Nelson, inviting you to come with me through the doorway of imagination and into the theater of the mind. The Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour presents a play every Saturday night at 7 p.m. on Lone Star Internet Radio. Be it drama or comedy, thriller or love story, every exciting episode is carefully chosen straight from the golden age of radio and performed live by talented actors, musicians, and sound effects crew. Every sound you hear will be 100% live and homemade. Anything can happen. So join us, please, every Saturday night at 7 p.m. for the Players Theater Company Old Time Radio Hour, right here on Lone Star Internet Radio.
Our community's animal shelters cannot absorb accidental litters of kittens and puppies. Approximately 80% of the animals entering our shelters will not make it out alive. Please help be a part of the solution. Please spay and neuter your pets. Many low-cost options are available. Visit texaslittercontrol.org to learn more. That's texaslittercontrol.org. And remember, real Texans don't litter. Please spay and neuter your pets.
Oh, Tommy Emmanuel. He is so amazing. You need to go to YouTube and look up Tommy Emmanuel.
Cindy's bed and her husband
Shook his
practically.
hand. He held his hand.
Okay, you're back on the Mark and Cindy Show, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm getting ready to share with Cindy some information about Valentine's Day facts. Before I do, I've got a riddle to read, and you all need, the first one that calls in that gets this riddle right wins Cindy's car keys, which are right here on the table.
Can we participate?
You bet you can.
Okay.
You're not going to get it. I couldn't get this. Here's the riddle. I am the beginning of the end, and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation, and I surround every place. Who am I?
It's not God?
No.
Holy Spirit?
Is it oxygen?
It is not oxygen either. But at the end of this show, I will tell you who that is. But right now, Cindy, the Valentine's Day facts, I wanted to share this with you, and this is so fascinating that I wish I had made it up, but I didn't. I need a percentage from you two, and I hate when people do this, but the percentage of people, men or women, who buy Valentine's every year. What percentage would you say are men who buy Valentine's?
Higher
for
than
somebody
women.
else.
Higher than women, I think.
That's what I would have thought.
For?
Yeah.
Wrong?
85% of all Valentines are purchased by women. That means 15%.
I don't believe that
Man,
at all. That cannot
That
be
is
true.
hard to believe. Yeah.
There's a lot of single women buying themselves stuff.
Yeah. But now they do. When
Wow.
it comes to flowers, the vast 73% of people who buy flowers for Valentine's Day are men. Only 27% are women.
Wait,
Cindy,
are you counting the cards that the kids buy in elementary school too?
just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're not. I'm not.
That would make sense then,
That
because
would.
most girls get excited about
Oh, man,
Valentine's
don't-
cards in elementary school,
Don't
but
get
guys
me
don't
started.
care.
I'm kind of worried because Kay this morning, we got so many ads in Wednesday's paper, and she said, "Oh, Mark," she named this store, "they've got roses on sale for such and such." She never tells me that.
That
Is
was
that a hint?
Oh, Mark, that was a hint.
Oh,
if you
man.
don't
You
get
should
that
already
hint.
be doing something sweet. What are
Well, one would
Yes.
think. She's going out to lunch with one of her girlfriends on Valentine's Day. That tells me a message.
That's weird.
I ought to go to the movie.
Yes.
Uh,
oh, yeah.
RoboCop, 4.5 stars. That has nothing to do with Valentine's, but
PG-13.
4.5
I know,
stars.
PG-13.
Richard, go see it. You're going to
The
love
first Valentine's Day candy box in the late 1800s. Can you imagine the name of the guy
Hundreds?
that did this? He makes candy, and his name. He makes candy
it.
eggs.
Russell Stover?
Richard Cadbury.
Oh,
Cadbury eggs. He did, late 1800s.
Cadbury.
The oldest surviving love poem to date is written in a clay tablet from the time of the Sumerians, 3500 BC, the first love poem. That makes me want to weep.
Well, what was it?
I don't know. Nobody knows the poem. And this will
That's
be our last
awful.
one. In medieval times, girls ate unusual foods on St. Valentine's Day to make them dream of their future husband. Do weird foods make y'all dream stuff like
Was it dog meat?
I never cataloged my dreams.
meat? Oh, you need to. After you eat a pizza
You
or something, my
never-
dreams are colorful and they go crazy.
You didn't
on
get
me.
it, did you? Okay.
No, I didn't. Say that one more time.
You said they eat certain
you
foods.
said dog meat. I
to
got
dream their future husband. I
Yeah,
said dog meat went
dog meat.
right
over. Yeah. No, I didn't want to believe it. But yeah.
Hey,
Anyway.
Rodney
Yeah,
Poole.
Rodney Poole. Hey,
Just
yeah,
walked
we
by.
need to go.
The
Rodney's
Now,
window.
now he's going to come in.
Oh, nice.
See what you did?
Rodney's here. We'll find out if Rodney's heard anything about the green laser beams. Have you heard that?
Oh, I have. Hey, Rodney.
Rodney.
Rodney just
Rodney,
peeked
have you
in
heard
and
about
said
green
hi.
laser beams being shot at airplanes and all? No.
Okay.
They're Rodney, listen
You
to
are
this.
not
Yeah, there
going to
are
believe this.
last year 4,000. It was 3,920 or something. They've got this green laser, this handheld laser beam that is powerful. I would not have believed it, but Kay and I 2 years ago went to McDonald Observatory in near Alpine, and it's darker than when they say you can't see your hand in front of your face, it was that dark. And this guy stands in the middle of this bricked off area, and he says, "I want to first of all show you the North Star." And he turns on this laser in his hand. Boom! It is like a rocket that shot off. And he could point to the star.
Oh,
Rodney,
my
you need
word.
to go there too. But
Okay,
no.
bye-bye.
Anyway, that laser is so powerful, and now they've got them, and people are shooting them at airplanes that
Pilots.
come by.
Yeah.
They're going in the cockpit, and if the federal government catches you, the federal government says it's a 5-year that you can get up to 5 years and fine $250,000. However, if you're in Texas and you
expensive
shoot
laser.
a plane that's not going across state lines, it's only $4,000, and you might get a year.
What?
But they're trying to. Yeah, in Texas we don't care. You know what? Just did it have a scope on it? Or did you actually take a shot at it? That's all. And we don't really care about that. But that is very. The pilots say it comes in the cockpit and it's like, oh my gosh, UFO time or something, and it can freak them. And if it hits them in the eye, this laser is so powerful it could do some temporary blinding.
Right.
And
that is scary. And if you've ever been hit in the eye with one of those things, because at the shows that was a little thing that they did for a while. It became a fad where they brought red lasers in, and that they would point to different stuff during the movie. And I would get up and go find somebody, because I didn't want to have the confrontation with them. So I would go find somebody to take them out of the theater. Do you get up when somebody is doing something? Do you get up and go find somebody?
If they're close to me, I do. Or if it's the laser thing, eventually I'll punch the guy next to me and say, hey, can't you do something about that?
No, but you get up and go get somebody to stop
you do.
it.
I look for people like that. Okay, do you get up and tell them, hey, the movie just went off?
Yes, I'll sit there and go like, somebody else has got to do this. No, they sit there and wait, and I go like, okay, I'll do it.
I've said, the last person in, go tell that guy, and nobody cares.
No, I'll stand up and go like, okay, I got this. Nobody, sit down. No, sit down. No, you all sit down. I got it.
Cindy, that is so cute. By the way, Cindy, do you actually play with glitter every morning, or is this just?
Okay, let me tell you. Cindy plays with glitter.
That's her granddaughter.
And wherever Cindy gets the glitter, I'm the one that picks it up from something. It gets everywhere. So
it's actually kind of cute. It's on your cheek over there.
It's on the cheek.
Like a birthmark.
Does it distract from the Band-Aid under my nose?
Yes, it does.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
I'm sorry. Cindy's got this. Oh,
it's
man.
Awful.
Cindy, since I shaved my beard, I woke up this morning and I wear a CPAP machine, and it's got straps on it, and I mean, my face is so fat, it's got strap marks all over it. Like, oh my gosh, this guy looks like Frankenstein. Oh, age, it's a killer.
I guess, okay, it takes a while though, but it puffs back out, right?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean puff back,
but
I mean,
will late tonight when I put the thing back on, I'll look normal until the next morning.
Okay. Could you take a picture of that? Do a selfie. A selfie would be great.
I need a different mask, but if I don't keep it tight, it leaks like everything.
It leaks
but
the
I didn't
oxygen.
go to the bathroom for 2 days, and that's the bad news. No, I'm sorry. Fudge, I was going to tell you this.
Oh,
Ladies
thank
and
you.
gentlemen,
Good transition.
A world of information here.
Yeah.
And it's this. You've heard, hey, don't fudge the numbers. He fudged the numbers. Why?
I heard a lot about fudge,
And the thought is, what the heck, fudge? Fudge is in, doing something to change the numbers. Let me read to you the source of this. By the way, the source is Reader's Digest. This is the most
Reader's Digest.
informative
I didn't know they still existed. That's what was so until a few weeks ago.
National Geographic does. No, it does.
No,
okay. Kay wants that too. To fudge the numbers may come. Okay, there's no use reading the rest of this. It may come from one Captain Fudge, who upon his return from a voyage always brought home to his owners a good cargo of lies. According to a 1700 letter, his name soon became synonymous with shifty bookkeeping. He fudged, he lied, he fudged the numbers. I don't believe that. I don't care what you say. You can come up with a better one than that, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you know where my name is Mud came from?
No. From,
yeah. The doctor who
helped the assassin, Lincoln.
Almost said John Wesley Hard.
Booth. He helped Booth.
Yeah, and he was.
His name was Doctor.
And it was. There is a connection. He knew Booth, and but I don't think they should have hanged him. Or they didn't hang him. I'm sorry. They put him in Georgia or something. And
did they not have the Hippocratic or
Oh yeah.
Oath that they had to take care of somebody that was sick?
Abe Lincoln.
Okay, all right, but still.
Yeah.
Not supposed to think about those things.
So many fascinating things, ladies and gentlemen, in mystery.
In mysteries that go on in life. But Valentine's coming up.
Oh.
So we got to talk about what's going to happen.
Yeah, but before that, I've got to find this because I've been meaning to talk to Dick about it a couple of times. Dick, it was that home and garden thing that we had on that you went to and I went to, but I didn't find you because I didn't look hard enough, apparently, and I didn't know where you were. But what was your take on this home and garden thing? It was at the Lone Star Convention Center and all, and how did that go with you?
I thought it went really well. I know that people who were there were impressed, or visitors, and they had a good time. But I mean, it's a home and garden show. I don't own a home, so my insights, and I wasn't really intrigued with a lot of things because I didn't really know what purpose they had. But I mean, if you were looking for a home in Montgomery County or you're looking to expand or something, there's some great people there to just. I think really what it is just to get phone numbers.
Yeah.
To meet contractors, and especially they also had the specialty things like how to keep pine needles off your yard, and they had roof and also gutters. But then they also had like roofing people there.
Yep.
And then they had bathroom people there. No toilets though.
No
toilets.
But I'll tell you this: if you need some new windows, they had people all over the place.
Were they hawking? Were they pretty aggressive, Richard, or were they?
What's funny is some of them were and some of them weren't. Like, for example, the people next to me, the way they opened up their deal was offering you a $50,000 sweepstakes. And I'm like, well, what are y'all doing here if y'all just offering that? Like, oh, we do windows. I'm like, well, why don't you open up with windows first and then say, here's a sweepstakes we're offering for our owners, putting up $50,000 to a lucky winner for a $50,000 makeover. Yeah. And he's like, oh, well, we were instructed to do it this way. And I'm like, yeah, but it makes y'all come off y'all are trying to steal something or we just need your information. And
there you go.
And so that was kind of weird because to me that's
nowadays.
Weird.
Yeah,
and especially with giving out your personal information. Because that's what a lot of people said, like, "Oh, do you need my credit card?" And he's like, "No. This is just a normal sweepstakes, and we're I'm imagining it's a mailing list too, but yeah, there's other companies there that actually do the whole home building, which are really cool. They would help you through the process and then there's a bunch of random stuff too, like food and jewelry.
But have you ever been to the home and garden thing, like at the stadium?
George R. Brown or Reliant?
Yeah, George R. Brown or Reliant. Have you
they
ever
actually
been
had
to
it.
those?
They had it during the same time.
Oh my God!
Oh, theirs was going on at the same
Yeah.
time. That's a hard act to follow. The one in Reliant or George R. Brown.
Yeah. There were so many people trying to make eye contact with you that I had trouble seeing what was there because I didn't want to make eye contact.
I'm still trying to figure out why you go outside, Mark.
Why I go outside?
Because you freak out.
I don't. I don't go get the mail at the neighbors out there doing something because there's a conversation, and I really don't need it.
So why would you go to the home and garden show?
Because you begged my butt to get out there. Don't ever say that again.
You said
no, he didn't beg my butt. That was stupid. Yeah, I apologize.
Did Kay
for that.
come?
Yes.
Did she enjoy it?
Yes, and she was looking for you. I said, I'm going this way. You go that way. And we never found you. But I know you were by the door, and we came in the other way, and I don't want to talk about that anymore. But there were so many salesmen. It was like you entered a car salesman with Mattress Max salesmen there. They're all over you like
Mattress Max guys.
Ants on gravy. But the biggest thing that I did see that really looked good to me was, I don't know if you saw it, Dick, the biggest area in there, they had all these chairs, and this guy had a video on the wall, and he was selling tables made out of airplane wings. And I never saw them. Everything I saw was very expensive, I thought. I wouldn't have bought stuff there, I don't think. But the tables looked great. And
like an airplane wing.
Yes, there were about 100 people sitting in chairs waiting and looking, and I bet he sold a bunch there.
As a dining room thing, or as a coffee table, or what?
I do not know.
Okay.
The table he had, it looked like a kitchen table. But an airplane wing has the curve, or it won't fly if it's just a regular flat thing.
And it gets smaller at one end?
Exactly so. I didn't catch all of that because I was afraid a salesman would take my wallet out. By the way, if you could give that back, that would be very good. It's the guy with the gutters.
The gutter guy?
No.
The gutter guy.
He had a good opinion. He could tell I wasn't looking at him. I was trying not to look at him.
So what do you do for a living? Okay. I sell gutters.
Yeah, I'm a gutter
guy.
cover.
Gutter? Okay.
I don't know how well they work. But boy, my house, I had to take my gutters down because I was climbing up and cleaning them all the time. But
well, you live under trees.
Well,
so
yeah. See, they didn't tell me that.
Oh, okay.
that was something.
You need to be more specific with you.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you the answer to the riddle.
Yeah, please.
If y'all are still here, I won't read it again. Maybe I should do that afterwards because
no, you have to read it again.
Okay. Oh, read it again?
Well, because we don't.
That's right. Who can remember these things? Because you're not going to believe it.
There's no way we could get it, right?
No.
Okay, what about a hint, a clue? Is it
but he said
vegetable?
Who. Yeah, I said who, but I lied. It's not a who.
Well,
it's not a who.
Then
Well,
forget
how are we
this.
going to
Then
do
forget
this if you lie to us about the clues?
Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back from this break, I am going to tell you the answer to this. I know the answer, but I need to explain it to you, and I can't find it right now. Mark and Cindy Show, thank you so much. And when you come back, this thing that begins with end and ends with close and earth. No, not
And we'll
earth.
find out the answer.
out.
Don't go away. This is the cliffhanger. You'll come back and find out the answer to this very exciting mystery as you listen to Tommy Emmanuel as we go out. You are listening to The Mark and Cindy Show. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, grab your boots and hats on February 22nd. It's time for the 49th Annual Go Texan Parade at 1 p.m. in downtown Conroe. This year's parade theme, Salute to Our Scholars, will feature entries from local schools, businesses, nonprofit organizations, and political candidates. So join us at 1 p.m. in downtown Conroe on February 22nd for the 49th Annual Go Texan Parade.
Tune in at 3 o'clock every Wednesday for Aperture and Shutter Speed with me, Tom Moore of TR Moore Photos.
And me, Dick.
If you are an amateur or expert, or if you haven't ever picked up an SLR camera before, Aperture and Shutter Speed is a show for anyone who loves photography and film.
Join the conversation with us by calling in or emailing us your questions. If you want to know what's coming up on Aperture and Shutter Speed, just look up our show page on irlonestar.com or look us up on Facebook.
Join us every Wednesday at 3 p.m. for Aperture and Shutter Speed, and remember,
take your lens cap off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mark and Cindy Show. I'm going to release the answer to the riddle that came up. Once again, the riddle is, I am the beginning of the end, and the end of time and space. I am essential to creation, and I surround every place. Who am I?
Matter.
The letter E. I am...
That's pretty good. I like
the
it.
beginning of the end, E-N-D-E.
Oh,
I am the end of
man.
time and space. The only thing I don't understand, and I surround every place. Oh, I see. Every starts with E
Yes,
and place
I
ends in E. That is
Wow.
fascinating. We are going to be here tomorrow right for our encouraging word. And when we come, I want you to call in and tell me the answer to this riddle.
Oh, I have one too.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Cindy. We'll answer your riddle.
This is an actual math question.
Oh, okay.
From Lone Star. The Sam Houston. This is one of the questions they have in this math course. You have in your pocket 6 coins
Okay.
that add up to $1.15.
Did you steal my pen again, Cindy?
I think I did. But not today. I didn't steal it today.
$1.15.
It adds up to $1.15. 6 coins. What are the coins? Now, here's the caveat is that you cannot make change for $1, for 50 cents, a quarter, a dime, and a nickel. You cannot make change for that with these 6 coins that add up to $1.15. What are the 6 coins in your pocket?
And who's doing this? The elementary school?
Yeah. If you want to get out of pre-K, you've got to be able to do this. So I'm just giving you that, and then tomorrow maybe you'll know it and figure it out.
How would you give that without being able to read it? That's a question you have to read.
First one's got to be a Susan B. Anthony, doesn't it? Or one of them? You can't tell us.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't tell you.
Right.
I don't know the answer. I'm trying to get you to come up with an answer.
Okay. Well, let me give you the
try
answer.
and come up with the answer
All
to
right.
that.
I'm going to work on that one. 6 coins, $1.15, no change for $1. That is a kick in the bottom. Speaking of bottoms, ladies and gentlemen, has nothing to do with our encouraging words, but it does have something to do with the face. I was reading this today, and I have been plugging this. Cindy, people are stealing my stuff, my pen and everything. I've been plugging this, Our Daily Bread.
Yes.
Folks, if you will go online right now to www.rbc.org, they will send you these every month, Our Daily Bread. And I was reading it this morning, and it is so helpful to me and maybe to you. You know, I walk around, and the side of me, they took pictures of the people who are going to be in this play, and I'm playing Clarence Darrow type, and I look so fat and horrible in these pictures, and I see that, and I say, Mark, what a jerk. I've got these marks of the CPAP machine on me, and I just feel stupid. I can't remember stuff. I walk around the house not knowing what, and I just feel terrible. And I read this. It has, and here's the story. The guy that built or actually designed and carved Mount Rushmore was a Danish American by the name of Borglum. By the way, he lived in Beeville, Texas. Seriously.
Oh, my
Died in
word.
1941 before the revealing of the...
and he worked on it?
He was
the
did the
design-
dynamite. He designed it and worked on it.
Oh, good grief.
In the last year, it was practically finished. His son had to finish for him because
Right.
he was, got sick and
Remember
died.
that.
But here's a story from it, and I'm just assuming it's true because it's in this Our Daily
Yes,
Bread thing.
right.
It was said of Borglund that he went out there and he was looking at,
Face of
as
the
much as
mountain.
he'd done
Yeah.
the face. No, it was already
Oh, it was
pretty
already
much done. And his one of his, not maids, housekeeper came up and she said, Mr. Borglund, how did you know Mr. Lincoln was inside that rock?
Oh, great.
He saw the face of this hill. And folks, if you've seen the picture of it before he started, it had cracks and everything in it. And this guy envisioned, okay, there is Jefferson, Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt right there. He pictured it. And she sees it and said, how did you see that?
That's so
cool. In this devotional, it equates it to God looking at me. And here I am, me, and I just don't like
Looking
being
like
all
the
of
side
this.
of a mountain.
And God's saying, I want to say, God, how can you see what you said in Colossians 3:12? Holy and beloved. Mark, you're holy and beloved. Cindy, you're holy and beloved. And I feel like this. And he said, no, I realize how you feel, but that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something that I'm trying to get you to see and to work at. So you can take all of this rock off of you, Mark. Take all the bad stuff off and act more like, I'd like you to. But regardless, until you get there, I am seeing the way I want you to be. And that's the way I see you right now. You're holy and beloved. This guy, I can't believe it.
If I was God for just 2 seconds,
You
I would
picture-
go, what is wrong with you? Look at all I've
I
done
know.
for you. Look, I sent my son. What is wrong with you?
Really?
I love you. You are
Just-
somebody. There's only one of you. What is wrong? And slap you upside the
Yeah.
head and then go like, okay, let's get back to
Yeah,
business.
now you can do something. But you are so right, just going around, worry, and you get in the doldrums and all, and he's looking at something else and just, I wish you could look at this. And anyway, that helps me for a while, and then I go
Right.
back to my
That's why you have
worries
to
and
do
my
a daily
crankiness.
bread.
You do.
That's
daily
right.
bread.
And I love it that
RBC.com, great.
I love that when he said, I look in the mirror and then I forget quickly, like you
Right.
turn away
Turn
and
around,
you
forget what
quickly
you look-
forget
forget
what you saw in the mirror.
Yeah.
That is my gift that I have, is that I can look in the mirror once. I don't even think about the way, and you can tell, I don't think about the way I look after I see that one thing. I forget about it. I don't see me. And I feel like you carry a mirror in front of you like,
Well, I thought I did
why?
until I saw these pictures. I envisioned myself, you look bad. And then I see these pictures that were taken. Oh, my God, you don't look that bad. And
No,
anyway.
but pictures put 20
Oh,
pounds on
they
you.
do. This one put a bunch. Anything from the waist up just looks. You need
That's
to go.
why. Look how confident we are that we allow YouTube
Yeah.
to see the whole picture.
Warts
And
and
it's a
all.
wide angle lens.
They're
for
staring
show.
at Dick, though. That's all they're looking at.
I think
over
they
here.
are.
Hey, that guy looks decent.
Couldn't that guy get
yeah.
closer to the camera
Yeah,
or
well,
something? And he's raising his hands. No, he's just
Shut that-
stretching. Okay, we never know because anytime he puts his hand up, it means something to us.
It does. I don't know what it is.
And there's the rodeo sign. Okay, let's talk about the rodeo.
No,
that was
Cindy. No, Cindy.
We gotta wrap it up.
We do.
Okay, so today is Wednesday. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're at the North
Yes, the judge thing. We're
Community
going to be there at the
thing
forum.
in Willis.
Yeah, we'll see you at the judge thing.
Judge thing. We're the big judge thing for him.
Yeah.
Don't miss it. You'll have to watch us on YouTube with the judge thing. You're listening to the Mark and Cindy Show. We are here Monday through Thursday live, and Friday the best of. And you can archive. We are on archives. We have archives. Now wait a minute. Don't take me off. Wait. Okay. It's go to the Mark and Cindy Show Facebook, and go to SoundCloud.com. and search Mark and Cindy, and you'll hear this program and all the other programs after 12 o'clock. So we'll see you. God loves you, and God's got this.
Hey everyone, this is Tina, your host from Retro Saturdays. I wanted to invite you to visit the Lone Star Studios here in downtown Conroe, Texas. We're all volunteers here, and we need your help in serving the Montgomery County area. Radio media is a fun field to be in. Lone Star Internet Radio serves Montgomery County with news, current events, local programming, and of course, music. If you are interested in volunteering and sharing your talents in media, go to irlonestar.com and let us hear from you. Lone Star Internet Radio, serving Montgomery County from the heart of downtown Conroe.